And because you were independent, became harder in the last elections because you were standing as an independent, and there were other, like bigger parties that swooped in. Are you missing it?
Yes, I miss being there, but I don't want to be looking at the way the council works with 7 or 8 of them are members of a party. 6 or 7 have been standing for an election or a press election, and I know very clearly where their priorities lie. And my intel tells me, everybody tells me it's good that I'm not there because I would hate it. So, yeah, I miss the contact, and I miss being able to have a voice for the community. And I feel at the moment the community doesn't have a voice, so that frustrates me.
Your relationship with Mirka, she was a living legend in her time here in Melbourne, and when she passed away last year, the pouring out of love, and it's so wonderful that the coverage she got in the media and at a memorial that was down at the theatre in St Kilda. You were a good friend of hers, weren't you?
Yes, I was like a fourth son.
Was it just because of the French thing that?
No, it was. We met at a newsagent in Auckland Street in '95.
Yep.
Just before Christmas, and I knew of her, but I've always been shy even when I saw her. But when the two of us were next to each other at the newsagent buying our French magazines, we started talking, and we spent the day together. We had lunch. We went to her place, and it was entering a world where I have never been in before. And it was like, and then the minute I got out of her house, it was back to the real world, and it was quite, a challenge too. Mirka was an incredible woman. She was an angel. She was very kind. She didn't have any enemies. She only had, love and goodness to give to people. She was very supportive for the Triangle campaign, and then when I was at council and all the different campaigns we ran, she was always there. She allowed us to use some of her prints, to sell some of her paintings, or to make prints out of her paintings that she numbered and signed, and that's how we raised most of the money. When in the last few years, when her health unfortunately went down, I was there. I saw her the day before she died. Even she was, in a retirement place. I organised her parties. I organised her 80th, 85th. I organised a 90th birthday party. She was still okay then. I had an accordion play. It was very French.
Yeah, of course.
And we always spoke French, and we always said vous to each other. So in France, you said tu when you know someone that quite well.
Yeah.
And when she asked me to say tu to her, I felt, with the age gap and stuff, I didn't feel it was right. So we've spoken, and if she said, okay, if you say vous to me, I will say vous to you.
What does vous mean?
It's the you. The you. The tu, the you in French, you've got tu and vous.
Right.
Tu is very, like I would say tu to you because we are friends.
Yeah.
And vous is more sign of respect for elder people.
Okay.
But I said until the last time we spoke, she's always said vous to me. She's never said tu.
Right.
But I was very pleased to help organize the memorial and get Julia Zamaro to host it and everybody else. It's great. I'm still very close friends with William. What happened since she died? I was just, to be honest, I'm quite amazed of that outpouring of emotions and love for her.
Yeah. Oh, it was just wonderful, and it was so good to be in Melbourne at that moment in time. These days, you with your partner, there's a restaurant, and you're the business partner there.
I'm his business manager. So
you're his business manager.
Yes, I don't have shares in the business, but someone who runs a restaurant needs help. He might be extraordinary in the kitchen, but there's a lot of other things to do for a restaurant to go well. So, but I help him, but I do also still involved in the community things. I organized 2 forums, one for the state, one for the federal elections. So I felt it was important that the people who stand for parliament are seen and heard by people who are going to vote for them. And the last forum we did at Memo Hall with Josh, Kate and Steph was was amazing, and it's online, and it showed the candidates what they are, and obviously one of them got elected, and it gave an opportunity for people to actually meet them and to know what they do. And who they vote for when they put a number one in front of someone.
Now, you're very involved still with the French community here,
Yes.
and like the headquarters is in St Kilda, so it's very easy for you.
That's the Alliance Française.
Yes.
Yes.
What is it about holding on to your heritage when your home obviously now is Melbourne?
So first of all, when I arrived here, I did not really do that much with the French community. It's only later in life that I've been asked to do things. And the main thing I do is that I'm the president of something called French Assist Melbourne, which helps French people in distress. Either they've got accidents, car accidents, work accidents, problem with the law.
Is that when they're here on a holiday or something?
Yes, on a working holiday visa. There are 27,000 French people every year in Australia on a working holiday visa. And some come unprepared, and they some end up at the psych ward at the Alfred Hospital, and that's when my organization steps in, either with them directly or with their relatives in France. But again, I'm bilingual, and I'm passionate about Australia, but I'm also passionate about France, and I'm passionate about Alsace, the region where I come from. So. I'm a freelancer. I can do whatever I want to do. So
True.
I can support the cause I want to support. I can be with the people I want to be. I don't have any, and I've got a dog, a Frenchie.
Yeah, of course you have.
Well, we have a dog.
Serge, thank you so much for being on the show today. We'll be back with another interview real soon.